Alrighty, you can see we're cleaning up camp here. We came in late last night and the boys are putting together the marmot. That's the tent we normally use when we're tent camping.
This is not how you fold it.
No, that's fine. Just go ahead and put that down now and then get those other ones folded and we'll roll it all together. We're gonna do a loose roll on this just because, you know, I think that when you take these tents and you wrap them up really, really tight, you create a seam or a crease, and that can eventually cause a weak spot, and we don't want a weak spot. And I don't want to just take the tent and stuff it in the sack. I'm not a fan of doing that either. So, but they know how we do it, so that so they're doing it. I slept in the Eureka Solitaire last night because the boys were in there and they had the dog in there with them. It was all right. It's just, for me, it's a little low, but it's a good tent. It's a solid tent. Now that Eureka was cool enough to send me some tent poles. Now, I talked to you guys before. Last time I contacted Eureka about some tent poles that broke on me, instead of replacing the poles, they sent me to this other website, like Tent Pole Technology or something like that. And the tent poles were more expensive than the tent. So I contacted Eureka, told them, you guys send me to a place that wants more money than what for the tent poles that I paid for the tent. That's a ripoff. I just want to let you know I'm not happy with that at all. And they sent me 2 sets of poles, which was really cool. But to tell you the truth, after sleeping in the marmot, which is really open, especially being able to set up inside of it, I'm not a huge fan of this bivy style or bivouac style tent anymore. I mean, this is really good if I'm just going out cycling or whatever. It's lightweight, but yeah, I don't know. It's still a good tent. I own it. I'm not going to get rid of it. But if I had an option between a bivy style tent or that, I would obviously choose that. But more than likely, I usually just choose to go with a tarp in this season with a sleeping bag. So.
Sounds great.
Huh?
Sounds great.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I never slept in there.
Dorian hasn't slept in there. Actually, Dorian has slept in there, but
yeah,
he was itty bitty.
Yeah. I remember sleeping in here. Was I like 4 years old?
Oh, you're probably younger than that. All right. Well, we're gonna get breakfast going. We brought the Kelly Kettles out today.
We'll see you guys back then.
Okay, we'll see you back then. All right. Bye. Why do we even need to have a star next? We have him. And Coda will break it all up for us. Alrighty, so here's our spread. We're going to rock out the Kelly Kettle Scout and the Kelly Kettle Trekker. Dorian loves the Scout so much that this is now his stove because he needed a Trekker. Right? Look, his daddy is obviously a stove-aholic, and when my kid says they want a stove, that's what they get. So, I'll show you guys something here I picked up. I picked up this Keith titanium coated fry pan, and the reason why I did is because I wanted to see if there was a lightweight option out there similar to the GSI Bugaboo. Absolutely love this skillet. Don't love the heaviness. This is great. I use for my pizza. I use these ones right here from Heavy Cover. They're great, but my pizza wants to stick sometimes unless I use a bunch of oil. And I really liked the option last time I had done this. By using this skillet right here, I was able to cook at a higher temperature, and my pizza crust went a lot faster, and it just sped up the whole process. Not that, you know, I have to be super fast. It was just convenient. They're playing in the car. So, we are going to get our stoves burning. We're going to cook some pizza. And, yeah. Oh, hey, check this out. This is a tin cup that I ordered from livethewoodlife.com. My buddy Jason owns this company, and I just love the mindset with Woodlife. So I bought this cup. You know, definitely love to support him. I've got 3 or 4 shirts actually that are Woodlife. I've got a jacket. I love the stuff. I got stickers all over my belongings that say Wood Life. So it's a great concept. So, and no, he didn't ask me to say that. You guys know me, and I love this. Most of my videos I'm wearing a Wood Life shirt. In fact, I have one on right now, so underneath all this, I'll show you. So there you go, see? Just so you didn't think I was BSing you. And I also have on this fancy hat.
Stop.
Good job. All right, now put your hobo stove on top of it. All right, you gonna put some more wood in there so you can get cooking your pizza now? Blow in your stove, Dorian. Looks like the new wood you put in might be a little damp. Water's a-bubbling. All right. Can I have a hot chocolate?
Mm-hmm. Can you break these in half?
Our pot is a little wet because it's raining on us, but that's okay. Got the other pizza cooking over here. We'll cover that one up like that. All right. Okay, well the non-stick definitely worked. Look at that. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. That makes me really happy because I've heard some bad things about this skillet after I already bought it, but you know what? Non-stick city. I like that a lot. All right, Dorian's feeding the stove, keeping an eye on it. His pizza crust is coming along fine over here. This one's doing good. We're gonna flip it. 1, 2, got it. So we're cooking it on high. The way we do this is we cook it high to get the crust cooked, and then when the coals start to cool down, like how it's going to be here in a minute, we'll let the pizza just kind of sit in there, and it'll just keep on cooking it nice and thorough. And then we'll put our cheese and our toppings and our sauce and everything on there, and it'll turn out really well. That's how we've been doing it for a while. So this is kind of a view of how a little camp area that we've got going on. Little cooking station.
It smells like cocoa.
All right, let's see how this little stove is performing really, really well. And this is the Trekker that we're cooking the pizza on here, so it's doing a good job. Okay, we got our sauce on the first one. Now this is it says on the site that this pan is ceramic coated, so it's doing a great job. Okay, Keegan, you ready to put your cheese on?
Yeah.
Go on to the other side so you can get to it. Okay, here you go. Remember, put it on there lightly because we don't want it to go all over the place. Here you go. Go ahead and take it and put it on. I'm going to help you a little bit so it'll... Might be easier just to reach in and pull out pieces. Why don't you try that? Why don't you reach in and pull it out?
Can I help you?
Well, you're about to do yours here in just a moment.
Not really.
Oh yeah, yours is getting done over here. And Coda's staying really nice to Dorian's, nice and close to Dorian's stove over here.
He loves his brother.
Yes, he does. Wow. All right, let's put it on there. I got a little hot on the bottom, but I think that'll be fine. Let's see. Oh man, let's cut it up. Let's take a look at her. Oh boy.
Look at that baby. Look at that.
Oh, it's got a nice cut to it.
Hey, very good, nice cut.
Okay. Take a piece.
That's what I've been waiting to do all day.
All day? It's still the morning. Is it good? All right, let's get Dorian's. His is almost done too.
It's the flavor.
This time I used cheap cheese, store brand sauce, and store brand pizza dough. Still tastes great. Absolutely great. This is so good.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is the Keith titanium kettle here. I want to show you, this is the ceramic coated kettle, and everything is just wiping right out. I didn't use anything to clean or to spray it down with. No type of food spray, butter spray, nothing like that. No oil. So I feel confident in saying that this worked really, really well, considering that when we're making pizza, we cook it at a high temp really quick, flip it, cook it again, and then we bring the temperature down, and this performed well with us. So, do I like it? Yes. Am I happy that I got it? Yes. Is it a good option if you want a lightweight option and you like the Bugaboo skillet? Yes. You'll be seeing a lot more of this bad boy because we really, really did enjoy it. Okay, so going with a smaller stove like this, I think it runs great. I think it works great. I'm feeding it on the opposite side of the air holes just because the wind's blowing in this kind of a direction. I'm trying to stay out of the wind while Dorian and I feed his stove here. But I would say that when you're going from a larger stove and you go to a smaller stove like this, especially for somebody like Dorian who, you know, even though his daddy uses a lot of stoves, he's new to using them himself. And it really goes with anybody. If you're going to use a stove and you go from a large stove to a small stove, remember, you can't burn big chunks of wood like this, you know, and get a really good efficient burn. A smaller stove like this needs to use smaller wood. Now you can put some of the bigger stuff in there once it has a really nice burn, as you can kind of see what I got going on here. I just fed some bigger stuff in here. But that's because down here in the coals, do you see that? I've already got a nice coal bed. So just so you know, when you are feeding a small stove, and a lot of people are aware of that, make sure you have a good coal bed before you start to add this bigger stuff. Now, I'm trying to burn nice and slow right now because the time has come for us to go ahead and put our sauce on. Put as little or as much sauce as you want on there. It's your pizza. I'm gonna wipe this off so it doesn't burn. There we go. Good job.
You got any more water?
Yeah, we have more water.
Yeah, because I wanted to see.
All right, sauce is on. Now it's time for him to add his cheese. Put it right in the middle, and then we'll just spread it out. So put your big clump in the middle, and we'll spread it out. Add your big clump right here in the middle, Bubby. There, now spread it out from that. That way you don't get it all inside of your skillet, because if you do, it's going to melt it to the pan. Not that it does. It's non-stick, so it shouldn't matter, but it'll smell bad. That's all the cheese you want?
Yeah. Wait, about because I was saying you gotta put some bacon.
I'm going to put some right here. There you go. Okay. There we go. You ready for your bacon? Put your bacon on, dude.
You know, really, when you add as much bacon, it doesn't seem as much.
Yeah?
Because it's just you yourself is putting it on.
Oh, when you're adding it yourself, it doesn't seem like you're really putting that much on there. A little bit goes a long way, doesn't it? Yeah, I get what you're saying. That's all you want?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll put the
Lid on
other
it,
lid on it.
On the stove. Surprised the stove is still going, actually.
Not. Got a nice chunk of wood on there, and it's a good slow burn right now.
Daddy,
So
take a drink.
so that's what we want. And I'm gonna take a drink of this.
Sound good?
I almost forgot to put the black olives on. Dorian wants a couple more. And Keegan's just gonna eat them out of the can. All right, there we go. Okay. Oh, it's got a nice cut to it too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
It looks crispy and it sounds crispy.
Oh, it's crispy.
Yeah.
And it's not burnt.
It's also the plate that's jumping up and down too, right? But it sounds
The
very
plate's
crispy.
jumping up and down. It's the
They are noisy.
nice crust.
Yeah.
All right, here you go, Dorian. It's your turn to give it a shot. We got Keegan trying his.
Good? Ah, I saw that string of cheese with you.
Is that good? Yeah? Nice.
Especially with the cheese.
Especially with the cheese. How are the olives?
Usually. As good as they usually are.
Good as they usually
I
are?
like black olives.
Somebody wants some, but he's not going to get any. Man, listen to those.
Outdoor life.
Yep, those geese. Here they go.
I think
It's time for them to leave. We'll see them next season, won't we? Say, see you later, geese.